Hi, this is Pradeepa from TLH Patterns. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to crochet this beautiful handbag with a textured flower. This is not a beginner-friendly pattern because it uses some advanced stitches like front and back post double crochet stitch. So for making this bag, I used medium worsted weight yarn, around 360 yards, which would be 330 meters, and a G hook, that is 4 mm crochet hook, a pair of bag handles, scissors, and yarn needle. Return pattern for this bag is available in my blog, thelazyhobbyhopper.blogspot.com. You can also purchase an ads-free PDF version of the pattern. I will provide the link below. So come on, let's see how to make this bag. So begin by making a magic ring. For this, you have to wrap the yarn around your fingers and slid this ring out of your fingers. So the free end of the yarn should be on your left hand side. So now start working into the ring. So first you have to make a chain. So this chain at the beginning will not count as a stitch. So make a chain. Then work 12 double crochet into the ring. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4. So continue working 12 double crochets into the ring. So I have completed the first round. You can tighten the ring by pulling the free end of the yarn. Join this round by making a slip stitch into the first double crochet. Start the next round with chain 1 and 2 front post double crochet stitches in each stitch around. That is the first stitch. So to make the front post double crochet stitch, you have to yarn over, insert hook from front to back to front again, pull yarn, pull through 2 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. So make one more stitch. So we have 4 stitches. Now make 2 stitches in the next stitch. 1 and 2. So make 2 front post double crochet stitch in each stitch in this round, so that you should have 24 stitches in total in round 2. Join this round by making a slip stitch in the first front post double crochet stitch. So that's the end of the round 2. Next, chain 1. Now in this round you're going to make 2 front post double crochet stitches in the first one, 2 in each of the next 2 stitches. 1 in each of the next 2 stitches and 2 in the next stitch. That is 2, 1, 1 and 2. 2 front post double crochet stitches in the first stitch, 1 and 2. Now 1 stitch each in the next 2 stitches. 1 and 2. Then you're making 2 stitches in the next stitch. So this forms one petal of the flower. So continue this around 2, 1, 1 and 2. So this is 2 stitches, 1 stitch each in next 2 stitches. Two stitches in the next stitch. So in this round you should be having 36 stitches in total. Now join with a slip stitch to the first stitch. Next is round 4. Start by making chain 1 and now make 2 stitches in the first stitch, 1 in each of the next 4 stitches and 2 stitches in the next stitch. 2 stitches in the first stitch, 1 front post double crochet stitch in each of the next 4 stitches, two stitches in the next stitch. So it is 2, 4 times 1 and 2. Chain 1. Again make 2 stitches in the next stitch. One stitch in each of the next 4 stitches. Two stitches in the next stitch. Chain 1. So continue this around. So in this round you will have 48 stitches. Join with a slip stitch to the first stitch. Round 5, chain 1. Again 2 stitches in the first stitch. One stitch in each of the next 6 stitches. And 2 stitches in the next stitch. Make chain 1. Repeat this pattern around. Yeah, I have finished this round. Join with the slip stitch to the first stitch. So you must be having 60 stitches in this round. Next is chain 1. Now we are going to make 1 front post double crochet in each stitch. There are 10 stitches in each petal, so you will be making 10 front post double crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's basically 1 stitch in each stitch. Now make 2 chains. Again repeat this around, 1 stitch in each stitch followed by 2 chains. Okay, we have come to the end of this round. Next is round 7. Start by making chain 1 and 1 front post double crochet stitch in each of the 10 stitches. So I've made 10 stitches. Then chain 1 and make 2 double crochet stitches in the next chain 2 space. Again chain 1. Now repeat this around, 1 front post double crochet stitch in each front post double crochet stitch followed by chain 1, 2 DC and chain 1 in the next chain 2 space. Okay, again I've come to the end of this round. Chain 1, 2 DC and chain 1 in the last chain 2 space. Now join with a slip stitch to the first stitch. So that's the end of round 7. In the next round we are going to start decreasing stitches. So start by making chain 1. So you have to work front post double crochet 2 stitches together so that the first 2 stitches join to become 1. So these 2 stitches have become 1 now, followed by 1 stitch in each of the next 6 stitches. Okay, now there are 2 stitches left. Yarn over, insert hook, pull yarn, pull through 2 loops on the hook, again yarn over, insert hook into the next stitch, pull through 2 loops, pull through all 3 loops on the hook. So now we have decreased 1 stitch each at the beginning and end of this petal. Chain 1. Now we are going to make 2 DC in each of the next 2 double crochets. So 1, 2, 1, 2. So that's become 4 double crochets. Now chain 1. Again repeat. Decrease 1 stitch at the beginning of the next petal. Yarn over. Insert hook. Pull yarn. Pull through 2 loops. Again yarn over. Insert through next stitch. Pull through 2 loops. Yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. Now we have decreased 1 stitch, followed by front post double crochet in next 6 stitches. Now we have 2 stitches left. Decrease 1 stitch. Chain 1. 2 double crochets in each of the next 2 double crochets. Chain 1. So repeat this around. I've come to the end of this round. So you can see the petals forming. Round 9. Chain 1. Same, decrease 1 stitch at the beginning and 1 stitch at the end of this petal. So you'll have 4 stitches in between these 2 decreases. So that's the first stitch. This is my first stitch. Insert hook, pull yarn, pull through 2 loops. Again yarn over, insert hook into the next stitch, pull yarn through 2 loops, again pull through 3 loops. 1 more stitch is decreased. Now front post double crochets in next 4 stitches. So now I have 2 stitches left. I'm going to decrease 1 more stitch. Yarn over, insert hook, pull yarn through 2 loops. Again yarn over, insert hook into the next stitch, pull yarn through 2 loops, and finally through all the 3 loops. Chain 1. Now we are going to make 2 double crochets in each of the 4 double crochets. So that will make 8 double crochets. chain 1. Repeat this pattern around, decreasing 1 stitch at the beginning and end of each petal. Next is round 10. Start by making a chain. Now we are going to decrease 1 stitch at the beginning. Front post double crochet in next 2 stitches. So now we have 2 stitches left. Decrease 1 stitch. Chain 1. Now here you are going to work 2 double crochet in the first stitch. 1 and 2. So 2 double crochet in the first stitch and 1 double crochet in the next stitch. So this has to be repeated 3 more times. So again 2 in next stitch, 1 in next stitch. So totally you will be repeating this 4 times. So that's 2 stitch in one stitch and 1 stitch in the next stitch. Repeated 4 times. Chain 1. So okay, we have completed this round. Now moving on to the next round, that is round 11. Same as the previous round, here you will be decreasing the first 2 stitches. So there are totally 4 stitches in this petal in this round. So front post double crochet 2 stitches together twice. So this is the first time, and again once more front post double crochet 2 stitches together. Chain 1. Now here we are going to work 2 stitches in first 2 stitches. I mean 1 in each of the first 2 stitches and 2 double crochet in the next stitch. So 1 1 2. 1 in 2 stitches and 2 in the next stitch. Repeat this 3 more times. 1 in next 2 stitches, 2 in the next stitch. After this, make chain 1 and decrease 2 stitches in the next petal. So next is round 12. start by making chain 1, and you have 2 stitches here. You're going to reduce 1 stitch, so that will be front post double crochet stitches. 2 stitches work together, making it 1 stitch. So I've joined these 2 stitches together to make 1 stitch. Chain 1. Then you will be working 2 double crochets in the first stitch, followed by 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. This will be repeated 3 more times. This will be followed by chain 1 and 1 front post double crochet stitch decrease. So I have completed this round. Next will be the 13th round. Start by making chain 1. Now skip this front post double crochet stitch and make a double crochet in the chain 1 space. Then double crochet in each of the next 4 stitches. One, 2, 3 and 4. Then 2 double crochet in next stitch. So repeat this 3 more times. Double crochet in 4 stitches. And 2 double crochet in the next stitch. Okay, now we have reached the next chain 1 space. Make 1 double crochet in the chain 1 space. Skip the front post double crochet stitch and double crochet in next chain 1 space. Again, repeat double crochet in 4 stitches and 2 double crochet in the next stitch 4 more times. In this round you will not be having any chain 1 spaces. Instead you will be working a double crochet in each of the chain 1 spaces and skipping the front post double crochet stitches around. So by the end of this round you should have 156 stitches. So I have come to the end of this round. Join with the first stitch. Next is the 14th round, chain 1, and in this round you will have to increase 1 stitch in every 13th stitch. That is, work double crochets in each of the 12 stitches followed by 2 double crochet in next stitch. So that's my 3rd, 4th. So I've done 12 double crochets and now I'll be making 2 double crochet in the next stitch. So that is increasing 1 stitch in every 13th stitch. In this round you will have 168 stitches. Next is round 15, chain 1 and double crochet in each stitch around. Again you will have 168 stitches in this round. So next we are going to work back post double crochet stitches right from there all the way to the 1 2 3 4 5th petal. So that will be 112 stitches. So that is where your handles will come. Okay, start by making chain 1 and make a back post double crochet stitch in the first stitch. That is, that's the first stitch. Yarn over, insert hook from back to front, then again take it back, pull yarn through the stitch, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, again yarn over and pull through 2 loops. So this is your back post double crochet stitch. Again, so you will be making 112 back post double crochet stitches. And we can see the ridge forming. These stitches will be used to join the back and front parts of the bag together. Okay, now I have come to the end of this round. So you can now cut off the yarn. This is how it looks on the wrong side. We are going to make the flower even more prominent by adding our texture to the petals, that is around the petals. So we'll be working single crochet stitches around the petals. We'll start at the base of a petal and go around. So here we'll start here. This is round 2. There are 2 stitches in each petal at round 2. Insert your hook and pull the yarn through. Now we are going to make single crochet along the edges of these petals. Start by making chain 1. Make 2 single crochet along the edges of each petal. So you can see the last stitch in each row. Now work 2 single crochets in each stitch, which forms the last stitch of each petal. So that's the stitch in this row. So again, moving on to the next row, that will be the last stitch. So move up, working 2 single crochets in each stitch. So here you can see how beautifully the edges of these petals look. So here we are going to work all the way to the top of the petal. So we have come to the final stitch. Make 3 single crochets at the top. Now move on to the next side and start working all the way down to the bottom of the petal. So again we are making 3 single crochets at the top stitch, followed by 2 in each of the rest of the stitches. So here I've reached the bottom of the petal. Now you can see the petal pops out from the background. So let's move on to the next petal. So I'll finish one more stitch here. Move on to the next petal. So start here and go all the way up. Start at round 2. Move all the way up to the top. So continue this for all the petals. Go all the way up, then come down. Again move on to the next petal. Here's my completed work. Just see how pretty this flower looks. Adding the texture makes it stand out from the background. Makes it more prominent. So now you can hide these free ends of the yarn. Make 2 pieces, one for the back and one for the front. And we are going to join these 2 pieces together. Hold the pieces together. The wrong side should be out. We'll be joining all the back post double crochet stitches together. So first insert your hook into the first stitch of both the pieces. Pull your yarn. Make chain 1 and now work single crochet stitches into each stitch. So joining is very simple. You are just going to work single crochet stitches into the double thickness of both the pieces. Okay, I've reached the end. So you can fasten off. You have joined all the back post double crochet stitches together using single crochet stitch. Now pull the right side out. So you can see how neat it looks. You can use any other method of joining. You can sew them together, or I find this is easier and it looks neat too. So this is where you're going to attach your handles. So this is the handle that I'm going to use. You will need a yarn needle or any other needle with a big eye. Now place the handle in position and just make stitches. So you don't have to be an expert in sewing. You just have to make neat stitches. Here my bag is done. This is such a lovely bag. You can line the bag with fabric if you are good in sewing. I haven't done it because my sewing skill is not so good. You can also decorate the bag with beads or tassels. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Thanks for watching.